Bey wasn't that age when she was doing those dances.
I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
I don't want to clean, I don't want to do anything but try to recover. It's my job to give 100%, and I feel like, you know, I've been allowed to do what I love for so long. I love my job, so the least I can do is give my all.
And it was about this couple. They were together and they had this wonderful life, but then it was just time for them to part ways. The wife outgrew the husband. He wanted things to stay the same. She wanted things to change. They waged war on each other. The divorce was catastrophic, and it ended up claiming both of their lives, fighting over property. I think Jay-Z and Beyonce is about to give us War of the Roses 2.0.
Jaguar Wright has done it again. Just when people thought the internet had heard it all, she returned with brand new claims involving one of the biggest stars on the planet, Beyonce. Within hours, fans were divided, shocked, and asking one question: why does Jaguar keep naming the same powerful people? Some believe she's exposing truths nobody else dares to say. Others think she's simply stirring controversy. But what if the real story is somewhere in the middle? Because when Jaguar speaks, the internet listens.
Your fake friendships and your fake narratives and your fake stories just come out. If all of you people are so tough as you are, then why don't you just be what you are, say what you are, have the guts to do like me and just be what it is? What kind of God are you that you gotta hide what kind of...
To understand why these new claims are getting so much attention, we need to understand who Jaguar Wright is. Jaguar isn't just a random internet voice. She's a singer with real industry history. She worked around major names, shared stages with respected artists, and has long presented herself as someone who saw how the business works behind closed doors. Over the past few years, Jaguar has become known online for explosive interviews. In those interviews, she's named celebrities, questioned reputations, and suggested that the entertainment world is far more controlled than fans realize. And one name that keeps coming back is Beyonce. Now, to be clear, many of Jaguar's claims remain unverified. Some have been strongly disputed. But in the world of celebrity mystery content, perception often moves faster than proof. And that's exactly why this story keeps growing.
I think
She went and killed the girl Cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her and shit while she was asleep. No snacking on his bitch, killing people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her a restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too, which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. She was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music, handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band.
That statement alone triggered thousands of reactions online. Because whether people agree or disagree, Jaguar knows exactly how to create one thing: curiosity. And curiosity spreads fast when the person being discussed is Beyonce. For years, Beyonce has represented something rare in celebrity culture: discipline, privacy, and control. Unlike many stars, she rarely enters messy public drama. She doesn't overshare. She doesn't constantly respond. And that silence has created an image of mystery. But here's where things get interesting. When someone rarely speaks, others often speak for them. And that opens the door for rumors, theories, and speculation. Jaguar seems to understand that dynamic perfectly. By targeting the most protected image in music, every statement instantly becomes headline material. So the question becomes, is Jaguar revealing something hidden, or is she using one of the biggest names alive to amplify her own voice?
Damn.
Rock on.
Rock on. Switch gears a little bit. He actually did speak on Kendrick and Drake. He went into that kind of deeply, and as far as spoke on what he thought about beef. And mind you, he of course saw the Tupac, saw the Biggie. Him and Nas did their thing, and he said he actually disliked beef and battle rap, or what he called the fourth pillar of hip hop, battling. He looks like it's gotten too personal when it comes to hip hop battlers, and wives are involved, kids are involved.
If he was really that worried about it, why did he let Kendrick Lamar do Not Like Us at the Super Bowl?
That's what. Touche.
All he would have had to say is, you can do whatever song you want, but I think it's just a little disrespectful to the man and to his family and to his children. You know what I mean? These are unsubstantiated claims.
Now this is where the conversation shifts, because Jaguar doesn't only focus on personalities, she often focuses on systems, song credits, power networks, public narratives. Some fans argue these are valid industry questions that go beyond Beyonce. Others believe Jaguar intentionally uses famous names to make broad points. But either way, once Beyoncé's name enters the conversation, emotions rise instantly, and emotions mean views. Then came another twist. Online communities began revisiting old interviews, old rumors, and older industry stories. Suddenly, Jaguar's newest comments weren't being viewed alone. They were being connected to years of internet speculation. That's how celebrity mystery content works. One statement becomes a puzzle piece. Then people start searching for a bigger picture, even if that picture doesn't fully exist.
I don't want to clean, I don't want to do anything but try to recover. It's my job to give 100%, and I feel like, I've been allowed to do what I love for so long. I love my job, so the least I can do is give my all. You do the same thing. We feel it.
Well, yeah, but now are you like me, where you want to relax, but then after just a short amount of time, you can't wait to do something again?
I don't know how to relax.
Yeah.
I don't like to get a massage. I don't like to.
Oh.
No, I don't.
The more money you have, the more you have to learn about managing. You have a partner, or when you don't have a partner, you got to figure out how you want to deal with being alone. When you have a partner, it's like how you got to figure out how to be their peace and everything. And I really don't want people thinking either that it's like just because you have money, like it's like you live the easy life. Everybody that have money, that are successful, that are good at what they do, if you notice a pattern, they work their asses off. You think that Beyonce got a fucking boat and a mansion and this and that because she's just Beyonce? No, she worked her ass off. She's one of the most hardest people ever. Why people cannot get to her level? Why people cannot this and that? Because she just have an insane work ethic.
And that contrast is powerful. On one side, Jaguar's raw accusations. On the other, Beyoncé's calm, controlled silence. Which side feels more believable? That depends entirely on the viewer. But the story got even bigger when media fallout started appearing. Because once controversial claims hit mainstream platforms, consequences can follow fast.
The shocking allegations levelled at Sean Diddy Combs have burst the floodgates on salacious claims about an industry many people believe harboured a monster. Understandably, the internet's ablaze with claims about these events and whether other powerful figures were involved too. Well, last week I interviewed Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who's made claims about Diddy for years. Those claims had already received a lot of attention in the media across many platforms for many years. And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored, but like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Now, this matters for one reason. It shows how risky unverified celebrity claims can become once they leave the internet rumor space and enter major media. Because at that level, words have consequences. And suddenly, Jaguar's statements weren't just gossip anymore. They were creating headlines of their own. Meanwhile, fans were split into 3 camps. The first group believed Jaguar was exposing uncomfortable truths. The second believed she was chasing attention. And the third group? They didn't know what to believe, but they couldn't stop watching. That third group is often the biggest audience of all, because mystery sells, especially when certainty is impossible.
Most compelling evidence that you have, the one piece of evidence, the one piece that you think is the most critical
to me. At one point in time, she was mentored by the Carters. She refused to sign an NDA, and her life has been hell ever since. Looking over her and watching out for her. Unfortunately for her, she also dated Jay Prince Jr. I'm sure at one time she thought that that would make her safe. And then after takeoff, it's been a shadow of a life for her. She's an amazing artist. And she's such a lovely young woman. She knows exactly who she is. And if you're watching now, baby girl, it's time to come out. It's time to come outside. I love you.
But there may be a deeper reason Jaguar stories keep trending. She speaks with certainty in an era where most celebrities speak carefully. She sounds fearless in a world built on branding. And whether she's right or wrong, that energy attracts attention. Because people are drawn to anyone willing to challenge powerful images, especially images that seem untouchable.
What's on the 4th interview with you and Demore that hasn't been released yet? What's on that one? I'm just curious.
People need to go and just see the whole journey. But what I will say is it's not just going to live on YouTube. We have enough evidence and we have enough footage. And we're creating our own film event. We're going to take it offline, or at least off YouTube. And we're going to put it somewhere where the whole world can see it. See, that's what happens when you piss a like me off.
That clip helps explain why some people defend her so strongly. They don't just hear claims, they hear resistance. So what are these new claims really doing? Maybe they're exposing something hidden. Maybe they're repeating old rumors in a new format. Or maybe they reveal something else entirely. How modern audiences consume celebrity culture. Think about it. One person speaks, millions react. Clips spread, old stories return. Silence becomes suspicious. Denials become headlines.
Because this is a Grammy moment that millions of us have been waiting for. This performance marks the return of a man who was born to make music.
Now it's dawning on me. He's here tonight, possibly in suit and tie, to perform his music from his forthcoming album, The 2020 Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, get up on your feet right now.
Right now.
Back on the stage, our friend, the great Justin Timberlake.
The Queen Beyonce has finally arrived at the Grammys looking flawless. Take a look.
The Queen is officially in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Beyonce knows. Woo-hoo! Thank you so much. I was shocked to find out that traffic could stop you. I thought you traveled through space and time, but I'm glad you could be with us right now. To introduce our next Grammy-winning performer just tonight, please welcome his producer and one of his closest friends, Kid Harpoon.
And I like how Beyonce is always like, oh my gosh, you guys, stop.
And the mystery grows larger than the original claim itself. That may be the real story here. Because in today's media world, controversy doesn't need proof to trend. It only needs curiosity. And Jaguar Wright understands curiosity better than most. Some online theories suggest Jaguar chooses names like Beyonce not because they are easy targets, but because they are difficult targets. The bigger the name, the louder the reaction. The more protected the image, the more dramatic the challenge. And if that theory is true, then every statement is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Make people watch, make people argue, make people come back for the next chapter.
I'm just trying to figure it out. You don't have no favor towards K-Dot at all? Considering the only reason you were able to get a handle on that boy was because he's ingratiated and heavily indebted to Top. And we all know that Top and Punch might as well be a Siamese baby attached at the brain. And we all know about Punch's very close-knit relationship with the Jigga Man.
Well, now, hold on, Jag. Jay-Z said, why would I even care about this beef?
I don't know.
He said,
why would he care?
He said,
Great question. Why would he care? This was supposed to have been filmed in January, correct? Why would he care?
He said, I'm Hove. I'm Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Why would I care?
How's that working out for you? A guy that can't stay out of a lawsuit and can't get a loan. You weirdo. Some god you are. You even sit down and pee now.
Well, no. Now, Jack, he did say.
Understand this. If he really didn't care, then why did weeks after he told that poor to that little boy, did he go back and forth bitterly, aggressively, vigorously with his friend Michael Eric Dyson about it? Defending Kendrick Lamar and letting him know that he was taking it too far with defending Drake. If you didn't care, maybe that's why you called that and scared the living daylights out of him and had him sitting there looking like a runaway slave or a character from the Green Mile. I'm so sorry. I remember when Kanye put me out there and I got to say Jay-Z. And the first time when he was talking cocky, he was calling you his friend Sean Carter. He came back, Mr. Jay-Z, I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, sir. Scared out his man. Maybe the reason why you had such a problem and you needed him to do that immediate retraction was because you were counting down the weeks until this interview where you were lying saying that you don't care when apparently you care very fucking much. Boom! Ooh, that hurt, didn't it? Ooh, you got caught. Ooh, you got caught. You got caught staging a narrative, huh? Your little friend, Mr. Dyson, man, you know he was so happy to be you, but I'm sorry, boss. I haven't seen anybody coon that good since Stephen A. Smith started kissing Trump ass.
Damn. Now,
I'm sorry, sir. I don't want to be like Kanye. Please don't send me to the synagogue, sir. I'm sorry. Pathetic, all of you. With your fake friendships and your fake narratives and your fake stories. Just come out. If all of you people are so tough as you are, then why don't you just be what you are? Say what you are. Have the guts to do like me and just be what it is. What kind of God are you that you gotta hide what kind of you are? Isn't that supposed to be one of the perks of God? He doesn't have to care about what the people beneath him think. Like, that's a God perk.
well,
Like, if God wants to create a natural disaster and kill 1,000 people, he don't give no why should you? You God, right?
You're so powerful.
Well, on the flip side of that, Jack, he did say morality defines who you are, not a dollar amount.
Morality? Well, then if that's the case, I see why he can't get a loan. He's bankrupt.
Damn.
Bars.
Damn.
Oops. You can use that.
And maybe that's why this story remains so fascinating. Jaguar keeps speaking, Beyonce keeps silent. One creates noise, the other creates mystery. And between those two forces, the internet keeps choosing sides. So what do you think? Is Jaguar Wright revealing uncomfortable truths, or simply mastering the art of viral controversy? Drop your thoughts below. And if you enjoy celebrity mysteries, hidden timelines, and stories the headlines never fully explain, subscribe now, because this one may not be over yet.